Cek 1 2 3. Oke, kita udah on air. Ya, selamat malam teman-teman. Balik lagi sama saya di Gamer Corner. Nah, untuk kali ini kita akan melanjutin gameplay Hogwarts Legacy. Di part 11 ini kita bakal lanjut side quest ya. Kebetulan terakhir kita ada di Room of Requirement. Di situ ada side quest dari Sidik. Oke, kita lanjut aja yuk. Stop. Bentar ya. Oke.
Dick would like to speak with you when you have a moment.
Hello, Deke. You wanted to talk to me?
Indeed. Dick thought you might want to learn how to build a breeding pen so that you can breed beasts.
That sounds like a very good idea.
Rescuing and breeding beasts go hand in hand. Young beasts are particularly vulnerable to poachers. Breeding beasts here in the room will allow us to keep the younger ones safe.
I see. What do I need to do?
First, bring a pair of beasts to the room. One male, one female. Deke suggests rescuing thestrals, as they're at great risk from poachers. Noble creatures, but their relationship with death gives them a bad reputation. They're prized by poachers for their tail hairs.
I've seen thestrals before, but where would I find a pair of them nearby?
Deke has seen some wild thestrals not too far from the Hogwarts grounds. Then you'll need to purchase a spellcraft for the pen from Tomes and Scrolls and gather the materials it requires. Once you've rescued the thestrals and you have the spellcraft, you come and find Deke.
Oke, side questnya dikirain itu bakal memperbesar si ruangan ini, ternyata enggak. Kita nge-breeding, jadi nge-breed thestral. Ini kalau nggak salah punya kayak female sama male.
Revelio.
Udah sepasang, kita udah punya. Tinggal beli tinggal beli ininya ke Hogsmeade ya. Ke Tomes and kita ke Hogsmeade. By the way, di sebelumnya kita udah nangkap thestral. Di situ kan kebutuhannya female and male ya. Jadi kebetulan kita juga udah nangkap. Jadi kita tinggal beli ini ya doang, resep buat breeding pen kata si Dick. Di game ini tuh kurangnya cuma kita nggak bisa beli.
Hello there, come on in. Plenty to look at here.
Nah ini nih 1000 lumayan.
Now I can conjure a breeding pen in the room. Best get back to Deke with the thestrals.
Dulu kali ya, kita hemat-hemat aja dulu kali.
Nothing like finding just the right thing.
Sekalian beli, mumpung ada di sini. Kita tuh belum ke siapa namanya? Mr. Moon juga ya ngembaliin ini ya. Hospital. Belum kesini kita. Oke, kita balikin ini dulu patung.
Hello, Mr. Moon.
Oh, greetings! Any luck removing some more of those demiguise statues?
Jadi guys,
I actually have some moons for you.
We're getting close, but you must bring me more before
I'll keep an eye out for more
I commend you for your...
sisa berapa ya? Sisa dikit deh kalau nggak salah. Kita lihat kelasnya. Hah? Masih? Kok dia nggak update sih? Kita udah nemuin dua, tiga loh.
Hello, Mr.
Oh, great!
I'm sorry to say that
How unfortunate.
I'll keep an eye.
I commend you.
I'd like to
Of course.
Salazar.
act. I've rescued the Thestrals and bought the spellcraft for the pen.
Excellent. Now, to breed your Thestrals, simply release them into the same vivarium in which you conjure the pen. Then use the pen to start the process. Come and see Deke when you're finished.
I shall. I wonder where I should conjure their pen.
Wih, nambah gede. Oh, testralnya salah ya. Ini di swamp sini aja ya. Niffler?
Deke never grows tired of the room's surprises. We now have the perfect place for those Thestrals.
Oke.
Please let Deke know once you've bred them.
Kita salah nempatin habitatnya.
I'll look after you.
Kodok juga kita masukin ke situ aja. Testralnya kabur ke sana. Nah, hipogrif kayaknya memang di sini deh lihatnya.
Revelio. Everything's all right now.
Dia terbang. Testralnya satu lagi mana deh? Ya.
Professor Howard will never believe this.
Kita pindahin testralnya ke ruangan yang baru ada. Kita naruh Niffler dulu sih. Niffler ke sini. Karena mungkin habitatnya lebih cocok di sini. Species limit. Di sini cuma bisa 4 spesiesnya.
There. I'm not going to hurt you.
Dia cuma bisa 4 spesies di sini. Lucu banget ya nih Fleur ya. Nanti kita lanjut side quest yang Sebastian. Tadi belum makan. Lagi ngapain sih? Lagi makan. Kamu belum. Udah semua di harvest ya? Oh belum, satu lagi. Mana dia? Oke, kita ke swamp. Jadi ada 3 habitat, sekarang kita punya. Iya, ada room lagi. Oh keren sih, nambah gede ruangnya. Di sini 4 spesies juga. Astral, kodok, Cooper di sini cocok deh. Sementara lah ya. Sementara kita taruh sini aja dulu. Ini kalian belum makan ya? Jaja dia tidur. Kita bikin breeding kan tuh kirain pena bener, ternyata cuma kita dekor dulu. di ini bagus ya, nggak usah deh, sini aja dulu sementara. Kodoknya mana deh? Kita belum beli ini scientific hopping spot, nanti deh. Gede juga patungnya. Oh, di sini aja hipogrif ya. Uh. Salah mencet.
Actually, could you remind me what I'm to do with the Thestrals, Deke?
Release them into the same vivarium in which you conjure the pen. Then use the pen to start the process. Come and see Deke when you're finished.
Salah masuk. Reading pen to read the tester. Oh, berarti kita masuk ke sini. Jadi tinggal nungguin testralnya breeding, terus kita lanjut ini nih, in the shadow of discovery. Jadi ini kita di sebelumnya ada side quest ya, kita dapat buku Salazar Slytherin. Nah, bukunya ini diambil sama si Sebastian buat dipelajarin. Nah, kita dapat terus dia bilang nemuin sesuatu di buku itu. Oke, kita lanjut ke set quest ini.
Bombarder!
Di Undergrove ya, jadi kita pakai map aja biar cepet ya.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
What in Merlin?
Cuma ada Sebastian doang, Om Nirisnya nggak ikut ya.
You'll never believe what I've learned.
What did you discover in the spellbook we found in the scriptorium?
Salazar Slytherin's spellbook was a little difficult to interpret, but fascinating. Evidently, he encouraged teaching dark magic at Hogwarts. Neither the Imperious Curse nor the Killing Curse was unforgivable during his time. He believed students should be prepared to use dark magic when necessary, not to fear it. That's why we had to use Crucio to gain access to the scriptorium. He didn't want his knowledge shared with anyone who was afraid of the power of dark magic.
I know we had to do it to open the scriptorium, but it's not something I'd want to repeat.
And I'm glad we did it, because in the spellbook I also found something else. References to a lost relic, which, from what I can tell, grants the holder the power to reverse dark magic curses.
And you think this relic might be able to save Anne?
Precisely. I plan to search for this relic, but I don't think we should tell anyone. Especially Ominous. He wouldn't understand.
We need to tell him. He's the reason we found the book, and he deserves to know what you've learned.
You've seen how he frets about the dark arts. I promise I'll tell him when I found the relic. When I know more, I shall send an owl.
Kita lebih realistis
And
aja
don't
lah.
feel sorry for Ominous. Keeping this to ourselves for now is for his own good.
I'll decide what's for my own good.
Oh, datang dia.
Ominous, we were just about to get some air. Care to join?
You're a liar, Sebastian. I heard everything. You swore you'd never engage in anything to do with dark magic again.
No, I didn't. I said I understood you wanting that. I'd never swear to give up on finding a cure for Anne.
You don't know when to stop, do you?
I know when not to stop. Leave this alone, Ominous. I'll be on my way.
I am not letting this go.
Ominis ini buta, jadi dia ngandelin magicnya buat ngeliat sekitar.
Ominous, Sebastian meant well.
I appreciate you telling Sebastian not to keep this from me, but going after that relic is not a good idea. Sebastian doesn't even realize it, but he's as irresponsible and reckless now as his parents were years ago. It's why they died.
I knew his parents died, but I never heard what happened.
Mr. and Mrs. Sallow were professors. Spent nearly every waking moment in the cellar library. Noses buried in books. Anne and Sebastian were upstairs when it happened. They heard a sudden crash and ran downstairs, but it was too late. Their parents had crumpled to the floor. A defect with the lamp in the cellar caused the room to fill with an undetectable toxin. Sebastian and Anne were helpless. They had no magic yet.
What a horrible story.
It is. That's why I can't understand Sebastian's recklessness. I've practically lost Anne. I cannot lose Sebastian too. Please avoid anything to do with that spell book.
Some references Sebastian mentioned in the book do worry me.
I'm glad you understand. I hope Sebastian pursues this no further. But if you think he might, please let me know. It would mean a lot.
Okay. Sebastiannya baru keluar. Ntar ya, ambil minum dulu guys. Oke, nanti kelanjutannya di gimana nih si Sebastian ini. Sementara itu kita langsung lanjut side quest dulu. Oke, bentar sih kalau ini.
Nice to see you, my young friend.
Pardon me, sir.
Come to stare at the fool, have you? There's poor Ig Haggerty, robbed by his own sister. She's robbed almost everyone now. So, who's the fool?
I'm not sure I know what you're talking about.
Then you're the only one who doesn't know about Catherine running off with that thief, Victor Rookwood and his lot. Good riddance, I said. Never thought she'd return to steal from me. Us. But I just know it was her. I want her caught and sent to Azkaban for stealing a prized family heirloom. Sister or no.
What exactly was the family heirloom that the thief stole?
A necklace. Belonged to the first of the Haggerty women. Hundreds of years old. So much history. She'll likely pawn it.
Are you sure Catherine is the culprit? It could be anyone.
Thanks to that Rookwood louse, we're inundated with all manner of criminal. I wanted to believe it was any one of them except Catherine. But she was the only one who knew where the heirloom was hidden, and she knew precisely which homes to rob.
Why would Katrin come back to rob the hamlet if she'd already left?
Do I look like a criminal to you? How should I know? She always despised this place, resented having to grow up here. Perhaps she did it to spite us.
Santai dong Pak, marah-marahmu ini.
I could keep an eye out for the thief, sir.
You? Nothing to be done by the likes of us. This is a job for the fine officer Singer, or some such authority. Besides, the thief, my sister, only strikes at night. Coward. Long past your bedtime.
I should be going now. Thank you.
Mungkin kalau lihat
I'll keep an
kebenaran.
eye on your belongings if I were you.
Revelio.
Catherine will steal the eyebrows off you.
I ought to look into this.
Questnya malam hari. Jadi kita ubah time-nya dulu jadi malam.
Mr. Haggerty wants not a pile of gold. I must be on the right track. It looks as if the thief took more than they could carry. Revelio. More gold. I must be getting closer.
Salah pencet lagi.
When the war is over, goblins will rule over wizards at last.
Petrificus totalis.
Who's there? Someone's here.
Glacius. Defendo. Confringo.
Kita coba bombard yang udah dihapus.
Bombarda.
Kocak.
Arresto momentum. Descendo.
Bombardnya malah nggak kena.
Revelio.
Ini jelas bukan mereka thief-nya.
Revelio. This could prove dangerous if I'm not careful. Revelio.
Up for a bit of dying, are we?
Revelio.
Itu kita skip dulu.
Niffler. It wasn't Katrin Haggerty after all.
Niffler yang ngeri.
Revelio.
Tapi by the way, Nifflernya mana?
Revelio.
Gak ada.
That must be the Haggerty family heirloom. Lumos. Capulso. Revelio. Depulso. Revelio.
Mana deh Niffler? Oh, itu dia lagi tidur.
No need to be difficult. I mean you no harm. I wonder how Mr. Haggerty will take this news. His sister.
What are you up to now?
Mother's rolling in her...
I have some good news, Mr. Haggerty. I unmasked your thief.
Nothing to unmask, was there? We all know that the thief was my sister, Catherine.
Actually, sir, the thief was a Niffler.
A what?
You know, small, furry, pilfering. I followed it to its lair.
Catelyn was the only one who knew how to get into our homes, where to find our treasures. But, I suppose, mangy little blighter. Well, if you found the Niffler's lair, as you say, you must have found my heirloom.
As a matter of fact, I did.
Thank you. You don't know how much this means to me. Catherine's a disappointment for certain, but I never wanted to believe she was behind this. Now, thanks to you, I won't have to. What a strange world we live in. Suppose they can't send a Niffler to Azkaban.
Dapat gini ya. Wah, ini keren sih. Berhubung lokasinya dekat, kita cari ini dulu.
I wonder if I'm safe to explore in there. This looks like the statue Madame Twiddle mentioned. Why are there so many vases around? I suppose I should try to find all the vases. I think there should only be a few more vases. Nearly finished. One more vase. That's it. I should tell Madame Twiddle about what happened.
By the way, ini kita bisa masuk ke sini. Nanti di sini Battle Arena. Di sini kita bisa pakai dark art magic. Ya. Yeah. Blue powder mana? Ngomong dulu.
Imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented blue powder.
Mrs. Twiddle, your husband was right. The statue was part of a puzzle.
Oh, really? How exciting!
Yes. I had to destroy a number of large vases, and that seemed to activate some sort of charm on the statue.
Well done. Oh, I miss having someone like you around with a thirst for knowledge and a quick mind. Well, my curiosity has been satisfied. Thank you for that. Who knows what I'll encounter on my next constitutional? Oh, my husband would be so pleased to know he was right about that statue.
Lanjut main quest ya. Saja. Ini kayaknya udah sekalian ke ini dulu, apa namanya? Ke Room of Requirement, ngecek udah lahir belum. Di situ main quest. Biasanya kalau main-main kayak game kayak gini tuh jarang fokus ke main quest sih, malah side quest terus yang diutamain biar lama tamatnya. Masih 8 menit lagi. Udah, kita lanjut main quest ya. Siapa sih Natasha Ona ya? Ominis bukan Omiris. Nama karakternya.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
Seems a pleasant enough little place.
Kita belum explore ini sih. Biasanya ada ini. Game guys. Oh, bukan Natasha Ona, malah Poppy.
Is Highwing all right? Natty told me what the two of you did.
Highwing's fine. I'm keeping an eye on her. She's safe, Poppy, I promise.
Good. Whatever the poachers are up to, I want Highwing far from it.
You said you had news about the poachers, and that some of it had to do with me.
It did. I overheard them talking in the Hogshead, and did you know that they have orders from Victor Rookwood to capture you on sight? Does this have anything to do with Rookwood and Harlow coming for you in the Three Broomsticks after the troll attack?
It does, somewhat. But at the moment, I'm more concerned about what else you heard the poachers are up to.
Fair enough. But I hope you'll let me know if I can be of help, especially after what you did for Highwing. Does the name Horntail Hall mean anything to you?
I'm afraid not. Why? What is it?
The poachers' best kept secret, apparently. The name came up twice, but they never went into detail. I also overheard one of them bragging about all the gold they're making, at the expense of innocent creatures, undoubtedly. The poachers spoke of this area, and I thought if we searched around a bit, it might give us clues as to what they're doing. If you ever meet my gran, this trip never happened.
Not to worry, Poppy. If I ever meet your gran, I shall not speak a word of this.
I normally tell her everything. She might be my best friend after Highwing, but she knows how I feel about the poachers. I think she worries I'll do something ill-advised.
Whatever gave her that idea?
This way.
Let's go, Poppy.
A centaur.
Oh, centaur.
Tread carefully.
An entire castle to roam, yet you choose to wander here.
Please, we don't want any trouble. We're simply passing through.
Do you take us for fools? That we do not notice more and more of your kind around here, in league with the poachers?
We aren't involved with them. If anything, we want to see them stopped.
I hope for your sake that is true. Our kind is swiftly losing patience with the poachers and those they work with.
He was certainly a charmer.
That could have gone worse. Centaurs aren't exactly fans of wizard kind, and the poachers aren't helping matters.
But why would he think that we had anything to do with poachers?
I did notice the poachers talking with a few villagers in Hogsmeade. I'm not sure why. Perhaps that's why the centaurs are suspicious.
Oh, itu.
Incendio! Expelliarmus!
Third time I've seen a dugbog behave that violently.
It seems that a lot of beasts have been more aggressive than usual lately.
I've noticed that too. It's almost like there's something in the water. This is odd.
What is it?
Not entirely sure, but look around. If the poachers were here, perhaps we can find out why.
Pelt. Poor beasts. Still smoking. They can't have been gone long. Revelio. Why wouldn't they take their cages with them when they left? This is goblin metal. Seems out of place in a poacher camp. I should tell Poppy about it.
Anything interesting?
Poachers were here. All sorts of evidence. But I found something else. It's goblin made.
I found goblin armor. Let's keep searching, but carefully. Merlin only knows what's going on here. I don't have a good feeling about this. How do goblin and poacher interests align?
Look, down there.
Definitely poachers. No creatures, though. So what are they doing out here?
Let's take a closer look.
They won't be happy to see us. Should we use disillusionment? Or perhaps a less discreet approach?
Hard to say from up here. Let's get a better lay of the land.
Mana si Poppy?
Well, if we're talking beasts, it's the Niffler that's the real commodity. Betting on the dragon fights was the best decision I've made yet.
Surprising how many nifflers you could find down there. Mind you, I do have a knack.
Now, where did I...
Petrificus totalis.
Lower Hogsfield? It's been ages since I found
It's all about having a keen eye. Take me, for instance. My eyes as keen as a nickels on a pile of gold or a nogtail to a sow. No, I'm not bragging. That's just the truth, that is. Can't help me natural gifts now, can I?
Petrificus totalis.
Oh, tulang naga.
What in Merlin's name?
Are those dragons?
Jadi taruhan.
It's a dragon fighting ring. This is Hauntel Hall.
The name makes sense now, and the secrecy.
No wonder the poachers were in Hogsmeade so much. Likely taking bets and spreading the word, given how crowded it is here. How could they possibly enjoy this? The centaurs have every right to be disgusted with wizard kind. There must be more dragons here. The poachers are far too greedy to run a fighting ring with only 2 dragons. We should take advantage of most eyes being in the fight and look around. But be discreet. You especially can't afford to be spotted.
A more hushing is like the one.
Don't know what Victor was thinking, striking a buck.
Petrificus totalis. Revelio.
Oke, kita nggak boleh ketahuan. Agak males quest-quest yang kayak gini.
Have you heard from your family? Has either of your brothers come round to our way of thinking? Want to join us?
Ah, they say we go too far. The violence isn't going to get us what we want. I say, if every last wizard is run through with a blade, then violence is going to get me precisely what I want.
Sickens me to work alongside any of them. Don't know how Ramrock's stomach's being near Rookwood. Foul beast.
Not much longer now. Soon our necks will be out from under.
Why, there's a grapple you are. One less human to worry.
Revelio.
Oh, ada.
Did you hear those goblins? Ramrock and the poachers must be working together.
Poppy, something's going on behind you.
What's going on down there? They must have only just captured her. She's putting up quite the fight.
Not a fair one, though. Not with her chained up like that.
Let's even her odds, shall we? Hebridean from the looks of it. Can't leave it here, not with the plans they likely have for it.
Ngapain makan?
Aloha, Mora. All right, I have the egg.
Ready. The elemental supplies will only buy us a few seconds.
Let's make them count.
Careful!
Glacier! Confringo! Potato!
Avoiding our problem.
Let me out, son!
I won't rest. Dead.
Glacier!
Let me out, son!
Confringo!
Right for Mora. Two little back. Got your
Glacier! Potato!
Vegetables in combat.
Confringo!
Temptation does not.
Let me out, son! A lucky kill!
Confringo! Bombarda! Arresto Memento! Descendo! Flipendo! Expelliarmus! Incendio! Levioso! Defendo! Confringo!
Ayo maju.
You're the one we're looking for, and you brought a friend.
Ada yang bagus deh. Berubah lah.
How did you do that?
Flipendo. Arresto momentum. Descendo.
That should warm you up. The lamb returns to the world. You dog.
You can brains of a troll, you
Descendo. Arresto momentum. Descendo. Flipendo.
Wait.
Arresto momentum. Descendo.
Bring up. That should warm you up.
You won't get away with that.
Hold still!
Accio. Levioso. Incendio. Expelliarmus. Arresto momentum.
We don't have time. We need to free her now before more show up.
Accio. This may have been a bad idea.
I suppose we'll find out.
Deacon.
This way.
This way.
That was a Hebridean black.
I'm guessing the egg we have belongs to that dragon.
I don't think she knew they had her egg. She wouldn't have left without it.
What now? She didn't exactly leave us a calling card.
I don't know. Nothing about this day was expected. Not the goblins, and definitely not the fighting ring. The last thing I planned on was a dragon egg. And the poachers saw us, which cannot be good.
Since the dragon we freed flew off, does that mean we get to keep the egg?
I'd much rather we have it than the poachers, at least for now. But I don't think we should keep it indefinitely. It'll be hard hiding something like this from Professor Weasley for long.
Should we expect trouble from the poachers, given the trouble we just caused?
It would be foolish not to expect it. They're not a forgiving lot. I'm sorry to say that you likely have a larger target on your back now because of what we just did.
We aren't helping ourselves standing here. Let's get to safety. We can sort this out later.
You're right. If there's anything the poachers are good at, it's tracking their prey. And right now, we're it. Be careful, won't you? I shall see you back at the castle.
Yo, the defender of the dragon. Kita pelihara aja dragonnya. Ya. Kita cek breednya udah selesai harusnya.
It's time you learned the transformation spell. After you've completed the required tasks, which I'm certain will prove useful in finishing your field guide, attend my class to learn the new spell. Afterwards, we will discuss your progress thus far in the term.
Salah pencet. Kabur deh. Oh, ada telurnya. Tes terangnya mana sih yang kecil? Oh, ini.
I should let Deke know about the newborn Thestral.
Kecil banget, coy.
Hello, Deke. You'll be pleased to know that a little Thestral was born.
How wonderful to have more Thestrals in our world. Such misunderstood beasts.
I'm sorry that we can both see Thestrals, Deke.
Deke is privileged to see such majestic beasts, but sometimes wishes Deke couldn't. Deke is to blame.
What do you mean, to blame?
Years ago, Deke's master ordered Deke to help him capture a phoenix, the rarest of all beasts, that Master had spotted high on a cliff. The phoenix was the most beautiful beast Deke had ever seen. Deke begged Master to leave her be. When Deke hesitated to climb up the cliff as ordered, Deke had to punish himself. As Deke punished himself, Master grew angrier and angrier, and in his frustration cast at the regal bird. Deke suspects the phoenix was protecting eggs when it swooped down in fear and fury. Before Deke could reach him, Master fell from the cliff. Deke stayed on that cliffside for days, punishing himself, before Tobbs found him.
What a horrible tale, Deke. I'm so sorry.
Deke has only told Professor Weasley that story, and now yourself. Deke often wonders what became of that phoenix. Deke feels fortunate to be at Hogwarts now, helping you rescue beasts. Perhaps Deke can make amends for what came before.
Kita bisa nangkep Phoenix. Gimana sih? Salah. kita lanjut. Kemana deh? Ini tempat yang keramat. Profesor Snape mati di sini, digigit ular. Woi.
I think like a stone.
Oh. Kenapa kamu?
Going for a swim?
Goodness, no. Though I'm beginning to think I really should learn how to swim. Can't very well be liaison to the mer people if I don't...
You're a liaison to the mer people.
Well, not technically, no. I'm Nerida, by the way. Nerida Roberts. We didn't officially meet, but...
Yes, of course.
And you.
You seem quite interested in mer people.
I am. I feel that it...
I'm impressed. I think reaching out to the mer people is a grand idea.
You do? Oh, thank you. Of course I haven't exactly done anything. I presented them with a gift a few weeks ago, and they wanted to leave me one as well, in one of their caves. I tried telling them I couldn't swim, but I'm afraid that bit got lost in translation. Mermish really is tricky.
Well, I can swim and could help you if you'd like.
You'd really do that? The last thing I want is for them to think I'd shunned their gift. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I can't wait. Find. One day soon, I'll see for my...
Levioso! Incendio!
Gimana sih staircase? You can enter.
You thought? If you thought more while we were alive, I wouldn't be trapped here with you. Now, excuse me.
Oh, ini yang di film keberapa ya? Yang anak-anaknya ke Hogwarts pakai perahu. Ternyata dia lewat sini. Batu apung.
The Grey Lady. I'd say hello, but she doesn't seem particularly social.
Kenapa itu deh?
Revelio. So this is the underground harbor.
Kayak kalau nggak ada quest ini, nggak ke bawah sini kita. Banyak banget yang belum dieksplor Hogwartsnya sebenarnya.
Revelio. Lumos.
My mother would like to speak with
I believe she has learned about some of what we've been up to. I am hoping she may be easier on me if you are there.
Can we meet at the Three Broomsticks? It may finally be safe since we rescued the dragon from Horntail Hall.
On a slide! You must try it!
Yang itu paling ngeselin si Piff.
Revelio.
Ini ada cawan.
Confringo. Revelio.
Belum ngebuka ini sama sekali.
Aloha Mora.
Kayaknya abis kita lanjutin quest si Profesor Weasley, mungkin nanti kita lanjut di
Leviosa.
part selanjutnya, di part berapa? 12 ya, kayaknya di part 12. Oh, ganti game dulu. Di atas emang ada ini field guide yang belum kita ambil.
Revelio. That book Professor Weasley asked me.
Looking for the book Intermediate Transfiguration.
Professor Weasley asked me to, get something from that book. May I have it?
Did she now? I'll give you this book if you humor me by answering a few questions from my quiz.
Quiz?
Some people call bits of knowledge trivia. I would argue that no knowledge is trivial. Hence, I have created a small quiz, just for fun, focusing mainly on the lore of the wizarding world. None of the other students will try it, no matter how many times I ask. They all say they have enough with schoolwork. Ugh. They don't value knowledge the way I do. Surely you're interested. I'll even start.
A quiz sounds like fun.
Before the invention of the golden snitch, which magical creature was used in a game of Quidditch?
The Golden Snidget.
Correct! The Snidget was first introduced to Quidditch in 1269 by a wizard named Barbarous Bragg. Sadly, they're thought to be extinct. Next question. Which potion is commonly referred to as liquid luck?
Ini.
Felix Felicis.
Well done. Since it makes the drinker temporarily lucky, Felix Felicis is a banned substance in all organized competitions. The tale of
Ini
the three
trivia
brothers
ke Ron
involves
ini.
which magical
Ron
artifact?
Weasley. Tadi apa? The Tale of Three Brothers and of Magical Artifacts. The Deathly Hallows.
The Deathly Hallows.
Correct. According to Beedle the Bard, the Deathly Hallows consists of the Elder Wand, the Resurrection Stone, and the Cloak of Invisibility. Which ball in Quidditch is the largest?
Booger. Bludger.
The Bludger.
I'm sorry, but the correct answer was the quaffle.
Emang
When a
quaffle,
chaser throws the quaffle through one of 3 hoops in a Quidditch match, their team is awarded 10 points. True or false? Polyjuice potion allows the drinker to change species.
Polyjuice potion. Yes.
True.
Actually, the answer was false.
Oh,
While
space,
Polyjuice
yes.
potion can be used to change things such as age or race, it cannot be used to change species.
Ya bisa
Well,
kalau
I suppose this has gone on
dimasukin.
long enough. I'll put the book back on the pedestal now. If you're inclined to test your knowledge again, I have plenty more questions I could ask you.
Dimasukin bulu
And I won't be giving you
kucing
any
kayak
more
si
easy
Hermione.
questions either. The next ones will be more difficult.
I'd like to answer more.
What governmental body directly preceded the Ministry of Magic?
What government body
The Wizards' Council.
That's correct. The Wizards' Council disbanded in 1707 after the creation of the International Statute of Wizarding Secrecy, which required a more structured government to support its enforcement. Which dragon breed is this?
Which dragon breed is smallest? I don't know.
The Antipodean Opali.
No, I'm sorry, but the answer was that though the Vipertooth is the smallest breed, who founded the village of Hogsmeade?
Quincy Hogg.
No, the answer was Hengist of Woodcroft. It is believed that Hengist used the Three Broomsticks Inn as his home. The Hide Behind was accidentally created by crossbreeding a ghoul with what other magical creature?
A rune spore.
That's incorrect. The answer, while the Hide Behind has the power of invisibility, those who have seen it have... What is the only spell known to repel a Letherfold?
The Patronus Charm.
Well done. The only known survivor of a Letherfold attack was a wizard named Flavius Belby, who was on holiday in Papua New Guinea at the time. Who published the law of elemental transfiguration?
Evangeline Orpington.
That's incorrect. The answer I was looking for was Gamp, one of the principal exceptions to Gamp's. What does the Hogwarts...
Knowledge is the real magic.
No. The answer was, in Latin, the Hogwarts motto is Draco Dormiens Nunquam Titilandus.
The Ashwinder.
That's incorrect. The correct answer was, according to Parselmouths, each of the runes pours 3 heads. Where is Ilvermorny's School of Witchcraft and Wizardry?
Aduh.
The Pyrenees.
No. Ilvermorny is the American school. What is the most powerful...
Ini nggak berhenti-berhenti nih.
Virositiserum.
Incorrect. The Amatentia smells different. Are you interested in...
I don't have time for another quiz at the moment.
That's fine. I put the book back on the pedestal for you.
Revelio ought to make quick work of this. Professor Weasley's tasks are complete.
Well, are you ready to test...
I don't have time.
That's fine. Come...
Transfiguration classroom.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
You have a new spell to teach me, Professor?
Yes, the transformation spell. But first, I'd like you to carry out a couple of tasks which will help you to complete your field guide. Attend my transfiguration class once you've done them, and we can begin the lesson.
hijau.
Settle down, settle down. Transfiguration, as you may be weary of hearing me say, is an exact science that can take a lifetime to master. But we needn't be daunted. Almost anything can be transformed if you can just perceive the potential within it. As I see in all of you, tremendous witches and wizards, every one of you. Or it could just be my eyesight. Now, you all know what to do. Beautifully done.
You wanted to discuss my progress so far this term, Professor?
I did. You seem to have had no trouble in getting up to speed. And frankly, excelling in your schoolwork this year.
Thank you, Professor. The extra assignments have been helpful.
As I suspected they would be. Now, it seems you've been making excellent use of the opportunities presented by your field guide. Of course, the guide isn't the only measure of success. I've heard that you were able to grow a venomous tentacula. Growing such a magical plant is an accomplishment of which you can be quite proud.
Thank you, Professor.
I will say I'm especially impressed with all you've accomplished in light of the rumors of your Was your visit to the kitchens and the Hogsmeade graveyard with Nick to bribe a ghost for information connected in any way to Professor Fig?
Not at all. I'm fascinated by ghosts and, food. And I was interested in learning more about the castle and the surrounding area.
I see. I admire your penchant for learning, but do remember that your classwork and field guide are designed to educate you thoroughly. It'll be the end of the year in no time, and you'll want to be well prepared for your OWLs. I'll provide a final assessment at that time to ensure that you're ready for your exams. Until then, well done. You are dismissed.
Oke guys, buat yang part 11 kayaknya kita sudahi sampai sini dulu. Nanti kita akan lanjut beberapa quest. Di sini udah banyak lagi. Sebetulnya di world map juga banyak side quest yang belum kita ambil. Jadi mungkin kita nanti akan selesain beberapa side quest, terus explore world map juga, nyari Merlin trial, terus trial of magic kita selesain juga biar magic barnya itu lebih banyak gitu. Nah mungkin cukup sampai situ dulu, dan ini lumayan banyak yang belum kita explore sih tempat-tempatnya. Jadi mungkin nanti di next stream bakal lebih fokus ke trial dan lain-lain sih. Oke, thank you semua yang udah nonton. Izin pamit. Yo, thank you. Jangan lupa like